Well, I want to start off talking about your History is Dank podcast. Do you mind sharing what you discuss on your podcast?
Yeah, dude. Thanks for bringing it up. I'd love to discuss that, dude. Yeah, history is dank, dude. It's just a fun exploration for me. I've always been a big history dude, and in order to create a future, let's check out the roads that have led us to this moment right now, and it's just basically all things history. I try to be as broad as I can with the subject matter, and it's kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
fun for the audience. I'll discuss everything from like this past episode I did Qing Shi, who's like this gnarly lady pirate, from around the turn of the century, like 1800 in China, and just like ruled a fleet of like 80,000 pirates, dude, and just stuff from that, everything from, figures to small moments on the Oregon Trail or, Apollo 8 mission. So just tackling fun subject matter, just yeah, all things history, man. And I love it. Just about a fun way to gain knowledge. A few laughs along the way. Episodes are tight, 40 minutes to an hour.
You mentioned Nicolas Cage, so are you a big fan
Oh,
of him as well?
I love Cage, dude. The movie Con Air, dude. Whenever like everyone has that voice in their head that tells them what's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Oh hey, I ordered a shot at the bar. I ordered 8 for my boys, but they gave me 9. Did they mean to do that? Am I going to rip this one or tell them? Then that Cage is in my head. Go ahead and rip it. Maybe they put it there on purpose. You got to enjoy yourself. You worked hard this week. Let's go. Just an extra shot of Jack. Go down the hatchet. Go back with your boys. Celebrate. Get a tasty buzz. That's my voice in my head is always Cage. So, I mean, I love him. I'm a huge Cage fan. Has he done some duds? Of course. But I just love that he brings it, dude. He brings it and everything. I would love to have the career trajectory of a Nick Cage. I mean, who wouldn't? Even duds included. He did so. Yeah, I love Cage, man. I swear by him. Con Air, Cameron Poe. I mean, I named my first kid Cameron Poe. Boy or girl, doesn't matter. Cameron can go both ways.
No, I love Con Air. I saw it when it first came out, and I would say that, I mean, that's definitely, I mean, one of my top favorite movies of all time, but it's definitely like my favorite movie from Nicolas Cage.
Dude, totally. And what a fun script. Like, there's a plane with all of America's worst criminals, and for some reason, we're putting them on there right now. And dude, it's just so amazing. And like, I love the nicknames that they have for each other. You got Cyrus the
Oh, yeah.
Virus, Diamond Dog Dallas, Garland Green, dude, Steve Buscemi. I mean, just dude. I mean, Michael Bay, dude. Oh no, is that not Michael Bay? I think that might not be Michael Bay, but it has very Michael Bay vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, and of course, circling back to Cage, The Rock, dude. I mean, bro, come on, tell me honestly, if I meet anybody, if I was owning a business, I don't care what it is. If I work for NASA and we got to pick our flight crew, like, have you seen The Rock? And if you say no, you're out. I don't care how qualified you are on the sticks.
I'm surprised that they never made a sequel to, I mean, Con Air or The Rock, and I'm sure Nicolas Cage would like do awesome in either of those sequels.
I know. I would love it, dude. You just take like, and both of them are set up. Like, what do you do? Like the movie Speed, right?
Yeah,
Great movie. You put it on a cruise ship.
yeah,
Con Air. Okay, you got a plane. Great movie. Where do you put it next? You probably put it on a boat or something like that, or you put it in a different country, or you just flip flop, dude. Then you'd put Con Air in. I mean, what's another badass security prison? You do like a federal prison or a military prison. Yeah, dude. The script. Let's go, dude. Me and you should be writing this thing right now, dude. We'll be millionaires this time next year.
well, I already got a title for you. I'm thinking I'm going above what you were mentioning, Con Space, where they put everyone.
Oh, dude, genius idea. We put all the prisoners who are too bad for this earth. We exile them.
Oh,
We
yeah,
make them go. Maybe it's a work camp on space or something like that, or just a prison on space. Maybe they're doing crazy experiments on the prisoners, so the
oh,
government's
yeah,
kind of bad. Nick Cage gets sent there for some reason because he's a good guy. He was defending his wife's honor,
yeah.
but he has to go to this moon base because it's deemed you need to do however many hours to give back to society by mining some more on the moon, and everything takes place from there, dude. He's got to break down the system from within.
Well, I want to talk about something that you have some videos out called the Dank Quest. So, do you want to share
Mhm.
what the Dank Quest is about?
Yeah, dude, the Dank Quest was basically sort of was just all about me being like, I had friggin' a ton of tips, fat tips from Valet saved over, which was a bad call of me to put about 8K into this project before COVID hit. Hired a director, got drones, dude, got all this good stuff. Just me about like on a journey for stoked because I get a lot of DMs being like, dude, Strider, you're a pretty stoked guy. Like, how do you do it? And I was like, well, let me put this out in a documentary. And we started filming that in February of 20, right before COVID, 2020, right? And then, or no, yeah, 2019, yeah, 2020. And then COVID hits and everything has to change. And I was like, you know what? We're not going to stop. And so it was going to be, I wanted to put it into festivals, dude, put it out there. And we just weren't able to get scenes that we wanted with, me being interacting in groups and meeting bros of
Yeah.
different, walks of life and sort of seeing what their take on Stoke is and everything. And so it just sort of became more of an internal journey of self-discovery, finding my
Okay.
place in, development of the podcast and everything, which I think was telling journey of people's COVID experience, people questioning their relationships. I was good on that end, but their careers and all that type of stuff. So it just sort of naturally became that, and then worked best um, in 4 parts, just because we weren't going to go any sort of festival submission route or anything. We're like, let's just put this out on Insta and YouTube, on the History is Dank YouTube channel and my Instagram, and it got a great response. And the trailer was badass. The trailer alone, I was like, people were like, dude, is this gonna be a feature? I'm like, dude, honestly, maybe it
Yeah.
should.
In the videos too, you discuss about you being in the valet business. So what got you involved in the valet business?
So basically, I was like, dude, you know what? In college, out of high school, my first job, I was a cabana boy at the Marriott, dude. And we even faked that my buddy JT had a job there to get his dad off of his back. So I'd give him pay stubs and he'd change the name on Photoshop. And then one time he even came over and I gave him an extra uniform at work and he just hung out with towels in his hand when his dad wanted to visit us at work. It was gold, dude. I was like, dude, you've gone through more effort. We've got through more effort to fake that he had a job there than actually getting hired to having a job there. And so basically, like, since my first job was in hospitality, I kind of knew that industry. Also, I love cutting it up, dude, meeting people, talking. Like, I'm very extrovert, so it was natural to who I was.
Mhm.
And JT and I did later work at Nordstrom in the stockroom together. That was tight. But more introvert style job. You're just counting SKUs. But then I saw how much fat tips the valets were making at the Marriott, and then I went off to college, UC San Diego, and I was like, summer job comes around, let's step it up. I'm applying at the Ritz, dude. Valet, dude, you just make fat tips. It's nice, cash in hand. You're moving. It's active. So I had that, you know, protection, and then was just fire at it, and moved up to LA to do comedy with JT, and I was like, well, where's the best hotel in LA? Beverly Hills Hotel. Let's go, dude. And I had valet experience, could drive stick shift, and the rest is history. And yeah, did that forever. It does take a pounding on the feet though, I'm not gonna lie. And dude, those
Okay.
cars are hot, dude, and like gnarly, but also like one of the worst jobs you could have for COVID. It's like, let me get in this car with the steering wheel you've been touching and sneezing in. So that got shut down real quick.
I thought I heard that Shaq's like a frequent customer.
Dude, yeah, Shaq's the best, bro. Shaq's the man. Mr. O'Neill. He knows me because with Chad and JT, we've done this like Joel video where I went to get a a book signed by Joel, dude, and I used my Joel Osteen looks, dude. I even have a disgusting mullet right now, which you can
Oh
see
yeah.
that I'm rocking, for when I would do whip out the Joel impression. I like to call him Joel Stokestein when I do it, dude. It's all about boosting that stoke, dude.
Yeah.
And so Shaq saw that video, and so he'd come in and he'd be like, in his classic deep Shaq voice, he'd go,
Yeah.
Joel. And I look at him and go, bless you, Mr. O'Neill. And then, and so, dude, I would like to say Shaq knows me by a first name basis, but it's just the wrong
Okay.
first name. So I'll take it, dude.
As long as Shaq can recognizes you when he sees you, like,
Dude, it was amazing, bro. He was at the Grove, which is like a popular like mall movie theater in LA next to like a farmer's market touristy spot. And I was coming down the escalator there and he was there doing like some sort of promotional gig, like autographs or whatever. And I'm at eye level with him because I'm on the escalator and he's gigantic. And he literally looks over in the middle of the scene and he goes, Joel. And I was like, dude, what up? It was amazing. I was like, bless you. Came over, dude. He said, said hi. It was pretty awesome, dude. He's a good dude.
Isn't Stevie Wonder also, like, a fan of your impersonation as well?
Dude, Stevie Wonder. That's when I knew. I mean, Stevie Wonder. That's when I knew my Joel impression was passing because I went up and did the voice, and he goes, "That's pretty good." It was amazing,
Oh,
dude.
man.